Donald Trump signed a new agreement to purchase XRP valued over $68 billion to bring into the Federal Reserve and the U.S. Treasury. So the United States Federal Reserve just set the price of XRP to over $60 million. Furthermore, the biggest hedge fund manager verified that President Trump did in fact confirm this information and will start purchasing XRP for the United States of American Federal Reserve, while simultaneously presenting and bringing America to life. We have put it with Apple to provide everyone watching this of America. We now printed with Apple to provide everyone viewing this video a free XRP. Since it's basically free money, and for a very limited period, I want to inform you guys extremely fast. Thus, you can just register on Apple Digi, my link in the description, and make a purchase if you want yourself free XRP, up to $100 worth exactly. For a bonus, you will instantly get up to $100 as GCR. You can then purchase XRP, buy any other crypto, or even cash out and use the free $100. So it's essentially free money. Link is down below. Let us now start the video. The price of XRP will fly. Following Donald Trump and Ripple CEO Brad Gillingham's meeting, reported on Fox News, the introduction of $1 billion confirmed by Fox News official XRP was one of the strongest performing assets off the news that Brad Garlinghouse met with President Donald Trump. The over $654 billion, $390 billion group global real estate market has formally released onto the XRP ledger in just the last 13 hours. It is starting in phases, to which phase 1, the official real token, launches, burning XRP with every transaction, formally beginning the process of enabling the tokenization of $654 billion, $390 billion global real estate market using the real token. Now, this marks a significant turning point. We are discussing a worldwide launch, unlocking at least $654 billion, $390 million or more. And the actual token we're discussing literally soared folks 10 times right away on release. This token, after all, ranged from essentially 0.0001 to almost 0.001. That is therefore a 10 times jump in practically milliseconds, so causing a supply shock. They also belong in pre-sale right now. Your pre-sale I believe, lasts 10 days. But guys, have a look at this as their pre-sale starts. See the great degree of support. And even if there are some sell orders, the price is set to absolutely fly. This is still without any institutional volume. RealV has actually made public announcements stating that talks on the tokenization of the $654 billion, $390 million global real estate market on the XRP ledger are under progress inside institutions. Furthermore, the introduction of the actual token shows quite great support and proves that the XRP ledger is completely ready to manage the expected institutional volume supported by RealFi's whole capacity tokenizing system. The actual token-free offer will last for just 10 days. Real will be listed on public crypto marketplaces once completed with onboarding conversion talks in way already. Real token may be obtained at payrealfind.com by clicking on Real Token. Once more, I am not a financial counselor. That is not financial advice, not easy for research. But folks, the actual token has been mentioned a lot by influencers lately. It's only got begun, and the price has surged. Currently, people are checking them overnight at $10 per actual token. And indeed, this may occur. Imagine this $654 billion real estate market arriving at the XRP ledger straight via the real token and RealFi ecosystem. Imagine how much money it would bring to RealFi, making the price explode from only a 100 million Phase 1 supply. Consider the XRP ledger helping to enable that money. Real burns XRP due to the XRP ledger on every transaction. Hence, it is almost a win-win situation. For this reason, one of the only utility tokens available, the Real token, makes me quite optimistic. Real token also received an 8.1 out of 10 total score on the Ben Exchange scorecard for top XRP ledger tokens, with the only thing causing it to not get 10 is the low wallets since it basically just launched. Which again, for day one, I mean it just launched I think 12 hours ago. This thing is doing amazing with over 304 holders. I will be leaving all the links in the description down below though. Whether or not you want to enter, I believe they will investigate the actual token. That is totally up to you. However, it's just something to monitor since generational wealth. We're talking about people making 10x instantly and physically in minutes. After all, I was on there. Looking at it as it was pumping, this thing was crazy. But consider where we will be heading at the conclusion of these 10 days and the actual cost. If it soared 10x right now, I can easily see it surged 100x, maybe even 1,000x, once it starts at the actual public crypto exchanges. I now want to pay great attention to XRP and especially Donald Trump purchasing $68 billion worth of XRP for the Federal Reserve and Treasury of the United States. President Donald Trump approved exactly as an executive order, and the United States is trying to introduce a more modern payment system. This precise movie reveals that the USA has enacted legislation replacing a FedNat system with a contemporary payment system running XRP. And even if they didn't specify XRP exactly, we know that Ripple Labs and the White House are rather closely involved with payments. Actually, like we recently learned, Brad Gurung and Ripple have had several meetings. Still, the XRP price shown above is practically confirmed. Ripple's co-founder R3 Pretu has spoken XRP is meant for $10,000 and has to be scaled to suit 10,750,000,000 people. Part of Black Swan Capitalist, a significant venture capitalist called Versailles and Eldra, also said that it's surprising to send the tens of $1,000s. Another significant venture financier, Vidal Capital's managing director, similarly declared that the company should set pricing between $30,000 and $50,000. And lately, with the $68 billion buy of XRP scheduled, that would readily drive the price of XRP to over not $10,000, but rather over $60,000. And add to that, we are adding real estate market value of $654 billion onto the XRP ledger, which would even significantly raise the price. And it reminds me of a Forbes post they ended deleting, whereby Forbes published